Hey, good morning, and what a difference a day makes. Just 24 hours ago, we were wondering if more than 5 officers were involved in the beating death of Tyre Nichols. And today we find out, it's 7. 7 officers were involved in the beating of Tyre Nichols, and all of them have been relieved of duty in some way, shape, form, or fashion. According to a statement from the Memphis Police Department, on January 8th, just one day after Tyre Nichols died, 7 officers were relieved of duty. That means Chief Davis lied when she stood in front of the world and told us that 5 officers were involved in the beating death of Tyre Nichols, when she knew good and well 2 more officers were involved, but for some reason she decided to hide their identities. And like my mom always say, what's done in the dark always comes to the light, and we found out that Officer Preston Hemphill was the 6th officer who was involved in the beating death of Tyre Nichols. Now, Preston here was one of the first officers involved in the beating death of Tyre Nichols. Not only did he say, "I hope they stomp him out," but he also tried to tase him on multiple occasions. He's seen here attempting to fire his taser into the genitals of Tyre Nichols. That's one leg there, that's a knee there, and that gun is pointed right at his nuts. Now, Hemphill and another officer's identity were kept secret while they were relieved of duty. But what does relieved of duty even mean? Well, legally, it means someone who's awaiting disciplinary procedures, an employment condition during which a member is not required or permitted to perform assigned duties, but retains pay status. That means 2 officers got a paid vacation while 5 officers were fired, arrested, and placed in jail. Meanwhile, the Memphis Fire Department got rid of 2 EMTs and a lieutenant because they did not meet the expectations of the Memphis Fire Department because they failed to render aid in a proper manner. And 2 deputies from the Shelby County Sheriff's Office have been given paid vacations pending an investigation as to their role in the beating of Tyre Nelson. So that's 7 police officers, 3 members of the fire department, and 2 sheriff's deputies that are some way involved in the death of Tyre Nelson. That's 12 people. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now get this. The police chief says she doesn't understand why Tyre was pulled over in the first place since he broke no traffic violations. But word on the street is Tyre was dating one of the officer's ex-girlfriends. Now, it's alleged that he didn't like the fact that Tyre was dating one of his exes, so he stalked the man, learned his schedule, and stopped him 1 block away from his mother's house, pulled him from his vehicle, beat him, and encouraged other officers to beat the man. That's why you could see him taking pictures of him at the end of the beating, because he was taking pictures and sending him to the ex, showing, "Look what I can do to your boyfriend," allegedly. True, that shows intent, premeditation, willful misconduct, and dereliction of duty.